Hey folks, SurveyorChef here, Minne-Florida living, and it's a beautiful day here in March. It's gonna probably hit 50 degrees today, so we're loving it. Probably haven't seen 50 since November. Anyhow, we've had a few reports of people wanting to see ribs and brisket here on the show, so I'm gonna tackle some applewood smoked baby back ribs today with a sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. Sure to make you say, Alright, so we got our ribs here. We got 2 racks of baby back ribs, and they're about 2.5 pounds a piece, so 5 pounds of ribs total. I took them out of the package, just gave them a rinse in cold water, and patted them dry with a paper towel. And now I'm going to show you how to get the silver skin off the back, which will give you a better bite and a more tender rib when it's done. So what you do is you just take your rib here and flip it over. Take your knife, the sharpest one you got in the house, and go to one end of the rib here, and right on the rib bone you can see this white silver skin. Just slide your knife kind of underneath the silver skin and pull it away from the bone a little bit, and then just kind of work it way back so you have something to grab onto. So you can see I got a little bit of the silver skin right here to pull. I'm just going to take a dry paper towel and grab that silver skin, and it pulls right off. Look at that. Alright, we'll get some rub on these bad boys and get them on the smoker. Alright, we got our ribs that we took the silver skin off. I just got it on a sheet pan with sides here, so it'll kind of contain the rub as we put it on. So you could definitely take this rub and put it in a shaker. I'm just going to take a spoon here and kind of just shake it on. And you want to coat it fairly liberally. Make sure it's all coated well. And that rub recipe is going to be more than what you need for 2 racks of ribs, but it's good to have on hand. You can put it on chicken or pork chops or just about anything you want. Burgers. Okay, so we got, just kind of pat it down here. And don't worry about if some of it doesn't stick. We'll flip it over and work it into the back side here. Alright, those look pretty, don't they? Nice and beautiful red. Alright, so I'm just going to let these sit out on the counter for about an hour. I'll go get the smoker going. And the salt and the sugar in there will kind of get, it'll kind of come to the surface and look kind of glossy, and then as that salt does osmosis, it'll suck these flavors right back into the meat. So see you in a bit. Alright folks, here we are. We got the smoker fired up. I'm using my Brinkmann offset smoker today, and for fuel we're going to be using Royal Oak lump charcoal with some applewood chunks. But take a look at those ribs. Aren't those beautiful? Oh man. Alright, so the smoker's at about 215 degrees right now. So we'll just pop these ribs right on, right in the middle. Alright folks, it's been about an hour and a half on the smoker here. We'll just open it up and take a little peek and see what we got. Oh man, look at the color on that. That is beautiful. I think I'm just gonna do these for about an hour and a half on the smoker. Let's get her up, see what we, oh yeah. I like that. We got some nice color, nice bark on the edges. That's perfect for me. I don't like them super over smoked. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these inside and wrap them up in some tin foil. And I'll show you. Wrap them up with some tin foil with some apple juice. We're gonna put them back on here for another couple hours just to kind of help them braise and really cook through to get super tender. Alright, so we got our ribs off the smoker. They were on there for about an hour and 45 minutes roughly. And they got just a little bit of bark, some beautiful coloring, and in my opinion I think that's all the smoke you need. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap them in some tin foil with some apple juice, and we're going to let them braise back on the smoker for about two more hours. Okay, so what you want to do here is you want to layer the tin foil so the juice can't drip out, and make sure you put the rib bones facing up so they don't poke through the tin foil and lose all that delicious juice. Once all the sides are folded up nicely, add 2 cups of apple juice. Okay, so we'll pop these babies back on the smoker for 2 hours at about 250. If you wanted to do this in the oven, definitely. Do your racks of ribs just like we did. Throw them on a sheet pan, bake it at 225 for about an hour, and then do this for 2 hours at 250. And you're going to have some amazing ribs. See you in a bit. All right, here we are. It's been 2 hours. The ribs have been wrapped up in foil here. We'll just take a little quick peek at them. Oh yeah, look at that. Bring you over here. If you can see it through the steam. See how the bones are kind of pulling away here? Oh, that's gonna be perfect. So what we're gonna do, bring these in the house, drain the liquid out, make a barbecue sauce, and then we'll pop these babies back on the grill and baste the sauce until we think it looks delicious. Okay, so we got our ribs inside here. What I'm going to try and do is get the juice from inside the bag into this measuring cup. So if you can just kind of rest it on the cup. Let's see if I can move it so you can see it. And just take your knife and poke a hole in the bottom there. And let all that juice just flow out. We put 2 cups in there, so you'll probably get a little bit more than 2 cups out of it, just with the juices coming out of the meat. So we did that pretty seamlessly. That was beautiful. So we got our beautiful 2 cups of apple juice and kind of pork stock here. So we'll put that aside and use it for our barbecue sauce, which we'll do right now. I just wanted to show you something quick here. There's quite a bit of fat that's coming to the top inside this juice that we had with the pork. So I'm going to take a gravy separator, just like this, and dump it in there and get rid of some of that extra fat. But for the barbecue sauce, I'm just going to need 1 cup of this liquid too. So let this kind of settle out, and I will put in 1 cup of this reserved liquid. And this is like liquid gold, man. Alright, here we go. Barbecue sauce 101. This is a pretty simple barbecue sauce recipe, but it'll be delicious. I'll just take a whisk and stir this up. We'll put it on the heat, bring it to a boil, and then we'll reduce it down to a simmer, and then let it kind of simmer down for about a half an hour till it gets kind of like a sauce or a glaze-like consistency. Alright, stick with us. Okay, our sauces came up to a boil here. I'm just going to turn it down to simmer and let this baby cook down. It'll probably take maybe a half an hour, kind of depending on what the consistency you want and the time you got. So. Alright, we'll get these ribs back on the smoker after they've been braising. Pull them out of the foil here. Oh man, they're perfect. Perfectly tender. Just pop them right on there. The rib, you can see the bones kind of pulling away from the meat there. And then what I'm going to do, bring you a little bit closer here. We got the fire ripping and roaring. It'll go down once we so I got my sauce on the side here. I'll just take it and just paint these ribs. Alright folks, here we are. Been basting these ribs every 10 minutes for about 30 minutes. And I really honestly can't take anymore, so I'm going to show you what we got going on here. Look at the color on that. Isn't that beautiful? The glaze and that deep red, that's from all that paprika we put in there. Them are some good looking ribs. I'm just gonna set you down here. I'm gonna carve off a hunk. We're gonna give it a taste. Normally I would go in the house, but you know me, I don't mind eating outside. Alright, look at that. I'll just show you the bone pull quick. Look at that. Comes out clean, but there's still a little tug. That is exactly what we're looking for. We'll just give her a taste here. Alright folks, baby back ribs, we did it. This was one of our Facebook followers' requests that we do ribs. So, Alicia, here you go. Man, it's good. It's like meat candy from the pork gods, I tell ya. Smoky, sweet, a little bit of spice from that chipotle we put in there. That is really good. The texture is perfect too. It doesn't just fall right off. It's got a little chew to it, and that's what I like in my ribs. Well, I just want to say thank you to all you guys. Minne-Florida Living isn't just a YouTube channel. It's a community for people that really like good food and like seeing people do good food. So thank you for your likes. Thank you for your follows. And keep them coming. Keep the comments coming. If you want to see something, let us know what you want to see. We love it. We love it. But you guys know the rules. Finish with a Minnesota beer. Thanks for watching.